Hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over 5 major things you need to do in your redstone world. Now this video is not going over when you're actually building things, but rather what you should do in your world in general. Without further ado, let's get right into the first tip. Now this first tip I want to go over with you is when you are creating your redstone world, what you want to do is you always want to name it something distinguishable. I usually go with redstone or redstone world or something like that. Obviously you want to set it in creative. Usually you're going to want it on peaceful. You definitely want cheats on, and then you should go in your game rules. Now I am actually going to go over the game rules a little bit later on in this video for people who already have their redstone world created and might not have those game rules set up. So like I said, I will do that later on. One thing that is super important whenever you're creating your redstone world is you want to hit more world options, and you want to make sure your world type is not default but super flat. And you can also turn generate structures off. That doesn't matter as much. Obviously you want bonus chest off. And then if you customize your super flat, you can come down here and hit presets, and you can hit redstone ready if you want. Classic flat is okay. Just know that you will not be able to dig under the ground whatsoever because it is only 3 deep, as you can see right here. 1 grass block and then 2 layers of dirt. The redstone ready world, however, has 55 layers, and the stone at the bottom is to warn you when you are getting near the bottom, so you can avoid hitting that bottom layer. Now, tip number 2, once you're in your redstone world and you're starting to make your redstone builds, as I have here, what you want to do is you want to make sure that all of your redstone builds are above the ground. Even if it is like a flush in the floor thing, you want it to be above the ground just so you can work with the redstone easier and you can see everything going on. What you can do for something that is flush in the ground is you can just take a block like this and just pretend as though this is your floor right here, and then work from this. You don't need to use the actual ground. And like I said earlier, it just makes it so much easier to look at all the redstone and fix it if necessary. Now, tip number 3 is going to be to keep your redstone builds separated. And as you can see here in my world, all my builds are very far apart to where they will most likely not interfere whatsoever. And the reason for this is when you have builds that get large like this, they don't have a chance to touch because you have enough space in between them. And if, say, I made these builds like right here, they're touching and the redstone might interfere and I might not realize that's happening, and so it might stop working and I won't realize why. Okay, now tip number 4 is going to be the game rules, as I mentioned earlier. And so if you are in your game, or you can do it on that main menu as I was showing, what you want to do is you want to open up your chat, you want to type /gamerule, and there are a few game rules you want to change. You want to do doDaylightCycle, you can hit tab once you see it, and then make sure that is false. And then make sure you do /timeSetDay. Because if it's night and you turn off the daylight cycle, it will be permanently night. The reason you saw the sun change there was because I had it set to noon, but you can have it set to day or afternoon as long as the sun is out and you don't want the time changing. The next game rule you want to do is /gamerule doWeatherCycle. Again, you can hit tab and then make sure that is false, and that will make sure it never rains, thunders, anything like that. And if it is currently raining, it will be permanently raining, so what you want to do is /weatherClear, just like that. Some other game rules you might want to do is commandBlockOutput here, and you might want to make that false if you are going to be using command blocks. And what that does is it makes sure that your command blocks don't show up in the chat so it doesn't bother you. And another one would be game rule mobGriefing, and this is going to be things like creepers exploding, stuff like that, to break the blocks, because you might not want that. Now for the final tip, tip number 5, is this command block line I have right here. And this is one thing that I don't see a lot of people have in their redstone worlds, but I have already had multiple people ask what is going on that this command block is doing, and they don't realize I'm actually having a command block do it, if that makes sense. And so what this command block is actually doing is, if I open it, it kills all the entities that aren't Minecraft players. And so this is going to be mobs, things like that, or blocks that I drop on the ground. And so, as you notice in a lot of my videos, if I am done with an item, I will just throw it on the ground. And what this command block does is, whenever it runs, it deletes all of that. And as I showed in the previous step, since we turned off command block output, it says nothing in the chat. And so I can just throw items on the ground and I don't have to worry about it. Now very quickly I will show you how to do this for yourself, and what you want to get is like a lever, some redstone dust, a redstone repeater, just to make a clock like this. And then what you want to do is /give @p and then COMM and then hit tab, and you'll get a command block. Hit enter, you'll give yourself a command block, place it down, open it up, and what you want to type is /kill @e open brackets type equals exclamation point, which means does not, and then Minecraft, all lowercase, and then a colon, and then type PLAY. You'll see player, you can click on that, you can hit tab, and then end bracket. And so what this does is, like I said before, it kills all entities that are not Minecraft players. And then you can hit done, and then you can just set up a little clock like I have over here. And so if you want it fast, you can have it every 16 ticks, just like this. And what you can do is just make a little circle like this, put a lever, and then just flick it and break it real quick, and then you'll get it going in this circle like this, and it will be doing the same thing as I have over here. And in my opinion, this is really useful because I don't have to go in and manually clear my inventory like that. I can just throw it on the ground like this, and then I'm done. It's much faster in my opinion, and I think it is a very good addition to a redstone world. Just so you know, that command will also be down in the description, so you can copy and paste it if that was a little bit confusing. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe down below. I make videos just like this one every other Friday, and I'll see you in the next one.